Party Chairman, Secretary General, brothers and sisters from NTUC, comrades, a very good morning to all of you. First, thank you for this opportunity to speak with you this morning. I am Firdaus. I am a lawyer, community volunteer, and a father of two boys, aged 7 and 4. A few weeks ago, when I was putting them to bed, I asked my sons about their best friends in school. My younger one, the 4-year-old, he's a bit cute. He said, "Papa, my best friend is you." Very nice lah. But the next day, the best friend is the mother, so cannot say much lah. My older one shared about his best friend, that his best friend's parents are Bulgarian and Chinese Singaporean, and that during recess, he and his best friend would sing soda pop and dance as Saja boys from K-pop Demon Hunters. I think some parents here will know that song. As parents, we want our children to grow up making friends easily and getting along with others. And we want a world where our children can feel connected, respected, and loved by others. But looking at some of the news today, the tariffs, the unrest, the violence, the clashes, even in this region, it feels like the world has changed, a changed world. It feels like the world is moving backwards, back to a time when people cared only for themselves. Even in Singapore, events from far away can cast long shadows here and stir up fault lines and frictions between us. People fall back to a natural tribal instinct, believing that only those like them, or that look like them, or that share their beliefs can protect them or help them. It's natural, and to be fair, I used to think just like that. When I was in law school, quite a number of years ago, my father was retrenched. We moved to JB to save costs. I had to skip meals. I had to sleep rough. They say an empty stomach teaches many lessons. That's true. We tended not to ask for help because I didn't think anyone would help us. I thought you had to look out for yourself. But that's not true. People stepped forward to help. And help came from people I didn't expect. I remember a Chinese friend of my father's, his name is Uncle Billy, we called him Uncle Billy. He gave so willingly so that we can just get by with the groceries. In law school, I had a classmate of the Mormon faith offer me a place to stay so I could prepare for exams. When they chose to help me, it inspired me to do the same and to pay it forward. Over the years, I've met many who never let tribal instinct stop them from helping others. People who reach out to open hearts and open minds. And that, comrades, is how we turn the tide and break down walls by choosing to serve others first. At this point, please allow me to speak in Malay. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, setiap masyarakat ada kebimbangan tersendiri. Takut disalah faham, takut disalah gambarkan. Bagi masyarakat Melayu Islam kita, ini bukan perkara baru. Ada antara kita akan ingat peristiwa 9/11, 24 tahun yang lalu. Ketika itu, keluarga isteri saya masih tinggal di Amerika Syarikat dan mereka sering menceritakan bagaimana mereka menjadi sasaran diskriminasi di sana. Ada juga antara kita yang marah apabila mendengar pihak luar menggambarkan orang Islam sebagai satu masyarakat yang harus ditakuti atau dipandang dengan syak wasangka. Gambaran seperti itu tidak membentuk kisah masyarakat kita di Singapura. Namun, kita tahu bahawa keharmonian di sini tidak datang dengan sendiri. Hakikatnya, Dalam masyarakat majmuk seperti Singapura, kita perlu berusaha lebih. Tetapi ini bukan beban. Ini adalah amanah. Satu panggilan untuk kita menunjukkan bahawa masyarakat Melayu Islam kita masyarakat yang dihormati. Ketika mendengar kejadian yang melibatkan Masjid Al-Istiqamah, kita kekal tenang. Kita tahu itu perbuatan seorang individu sahaja. Saya bangga dengan reaksi masyarakat kita. Penuh kesabaran, penuh kematangan. Dan di sinilah letaknya kekuatan kita sebagai masyarakat dalam semangat kita, bukan kami. Kami, perkataan kami membezakan antara diri kita dan yang lain. Tetapi kita menyatukan, merangkul semua tanpa mengira siapa. Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saya harap masyarakat kita akan terus pegang teguh kepada semangat kita ini demi memastikan kita terus berdikari, dihormati dan berjaya sebagai masyarakat yang maju. Turning back to English, let me share about two Malay words. And if there's anything you get from my speech, I hope you remember these two Malay words, kita and kami. Both words mean we, but kami excludes the listener. It's an us and them. Kita is an inclusive we. It is an all of us. In our national anthem, we sing, Mari Kita, not Mari Kami. So the next time you sing our national anthem, remember, in our DNA as a country, we have the recipe to overcome tribal instinct, a kita spirit, a spirit of inclusion. Comrades, having that kita spirit doesn't mean ignoring our differences. It means embracing one another fully, even and perhaps especially our religious identities. Yes, we live in a society that provides for all Singaporeans equally, regardless of race and religion. But we often avoid speaking of religion in public because we know how sensitive it can be. We were reminded earlier this week of incidents of Islamophobia, anti-Semitism here in Singapore, and moments when tensions between faiths had to be carefully managed. We cannot be blind to these dangers when religion enters public conversation. But it is precisely because of these dangers that we must seek a deeper unity to anchor us in uncertain times. What we must reject are those who use identity or faith for political gain, to stoke division, to dominate, to dehumanize. What we must recognize is that many among us serve others not despite our faith, but because of it. When we focus on the light of one another's faith rather than the shadows of our differences, we will have a country where every community feels safe and everyone is respected. I believe every major faith in Singapore shares the same truth. In Islam, rahmatan lil alamin, to be a blessing to all mankind and to care for our neighbors as we do ourselves. The same in Christianity, to be our brother's keeper. In Buddhism, karuna, compassion to ease the suffering of others. In Hinduism, we speak of daya, mercy and care for all beings. Different words, different paths, the same moral call to care beyond ourselves. And that ultimately is the heart of the Kita spirit, and that to me is what we first means. Comrades, when I look around this room, I see that Kita spirit. Different races, different beliefs coming together working together to help and care for others. This is who we are. This is what our party stands for. We are a party with a broad tent and a common purpose to serve all Singaporeans. We are the PAP, the party that takes action for the people, all the people. And as long as that remains true, as long as we keep faith with one another, Singapore will not only endure, it will inspire, and we will remain a place where children and parents can look at someone who doesn't look like them, who doesn't talk like them, or share their beliefs, and they can say, my best friend is you. Majulah PAP, Majulah Singapura. Thank you very much.